button. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Tavern.
What's going on?
I mean, not a lot in the golfing world right now. There was one tournament last week.
Hey, Will.
We got a Will sighting right off the bat.
We got a Will sighting. Will's here. Hey, Will, what's going on, dude?
We can't be golfing dads without the kids.
Nope. Oh, Dave just gave up his iPad. Here we go.
For 15 minutes, he does the same thing that I think we all do. It's like, here you go. You got 15 minutes. There's a timer, and it shuts off.
Yeah, and it shuts
It'll
off.
Self-destruct.
That's Will's iPad. Yeah. It shuts off at 7 every night, and then he can ask for more time if he would like. And being Wit's at a meeting, and I'm down here, you got 15 minutes.
There you go.
Nice.
Makes sense. So,
hello there.
Hello.
Yes, that was a Star Wars reference.
Shameless plug tonight.
Drink. What do we go? Last week we actually had a golf tournament last weekend.
We did, and it was actually a pretty interesting golf tournament.
Yeah, where did I didn't look to see. I looked where somebody finished, but I didn't look to see where the defending champ finished.
He
had a top 10.
T7.
T7 for the defending champ. Max Homa. Good week.
To be honest, it was a pretty close event, like for most of the time. And then
here's the question that I asked. Heath Thagala won.
Congrats to him on his first PGA Tour win.
Yes. Tip your cap to see first PGA Tour win. Is this the win that gets him over he now knows how to win out there?
Yes and no.
He's played
great,
pretty good
but
golf.
David Duval played great until he
been
won for the first time,
and at times,
and then when
pretty good golf.
Like David Duval took a while to win, and then when he won, the lid came off, and he won a lot.
Yeah.
So is this the Thagala that gets his win, and now gets to go to? Now are we going to see wins in bunches?
I don't think we're going to see him in bunches yet. I think he will. He does have a ton of game, and he is. I think we'll see, but I could see 2 wins.
I think
next season.
Yeah. So here's my question, and
I think we'll see some more consistent top 10s.
We saw that at the beginning of the season from him.
Bigger surprise, winning first, Heath Thagala or Cam Young not being a winner yet.
Ooh.
I think so. Here's the thing: if I was picking, I actually like Thagala's game better.
He putts better, but I mean, I think our children all putt better than Sahith does, or than Cam Young does.
Well, so here's my thing with Cam Young. I feel Cam Young. This is a terrible analogy, but I feel Cam Young is the same way I feel about Carmelo Anthony.
Wow.
There's a lot of hype around him. He's a great player. He's one of the best players, but he just never gets over that hump. That's my pick. That's my thing with Cam Young. Because I feel everyone else likes him and thinks he's going to do this, but he doesn't. Everyone wants Carmelo Anthony on the team until he's on the team and doesn't really do anything.
I mean, that's pretty much what Dave and Greg both said. Thanks, Brad. Good summary on that.
Glad you're watching.
Cam Young, he was 12 shots behind Thagala.
Yeah.
This past weekend.
Yep.
So you look at him, he went.
Cam Young.
Well, and I'm going to throw another name out.
Let's just put it this way: Cam Young tied with Jason Duffner.
The most exciting man in golf.
Yes.
Okay, so let's throw this one out there because it was obviously talked about, and his name's been hot off the presses lately. Justin Thomas, top 5.
Is 3 good rounds and a 72.
Okay, but let's take this into account as someone who's going to the Ryder Cup team, who has been the most criticized Ryder Cup pick that we have on the American team. Top 5 after the year that he has had, top 5 now, good or bad, or where are we putting his top 5 as far as form?
Good. Because I feel
happy to make
this event. Well, no, I feel this event just got him some confidence going in there. I feel on Sunday, if he would have won this event, that would have been awesome. I would have been so hyped for this. But I think getting a top 5, being in the final pair, he was in the final group.
I think so. Yeah, he held that bunker shot on Sunday for Eagle. Yep, or Saturday for Eagle. Yep.
Like this kind of confidence of being in the top 5, where he wasn't. He was missing cut after cut after cut. That not only make the cut, you had a chance to win. So I think that's good momentum going into.
I also think, and I'm going to say this, he was on the scouting trip to Rome that 9 of the 12 guys went on. And right before that trip, he fired his putting coach, and there were pictures there of him getting a putting lesson from Steve Stricker. I'm just going to point that out.
So are you saying Steve Stricker should now be his putting coach?
He was Tiger's putting coach. Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So
yes.
Like, that's a good point, is that you see this turnaround, and that's really what this is, and that's really what the pro game is. It comes down to putting. Let's be honest.
Right. Correct. They all hit it. It comes down to
they
putting.
all hit the ball. Like it comes down to putting.
Yep.
Like that's, and even for us, when you're scoring well, it comes down to how well you're putting.
His top 5 did not change his odds to be the top scorer for Team USA.
Oh, I don't think it would change the odds at all.
Yeah.
I don't think it changes anything. I just think it gives JT that boost he needed going into the Ryder Cup. Because here's what I do think: the opposite would have been had he played terrible at this event.
Oh, had he played terrible,
it would have
Monday
gotten
morning,
second guessed left and right.
You would have gotten the media on Monday morning would have been brutal.
Exactly. And now they're not. And now he has that going into this. And that's what I think we needed, because I think he's a good pick for the team, for that team dynamic and experience. And that's where I think he's a smart pick. Like I said, with all the picks, even though people that we picked that didn't make it, I'm not against anyone they picked. I don't think anyone's bad. Now, that would have been a different opinion from most people had he done horrible at this event.
Yeah.
Really quick, strokes gained putting. He was
Steve putting the readers on.
Yeah, I was on my phone.
Comment. Oh, the old man's got to get his readers.
Yeah, you're right. Strokes gained putting, he was 18th this week in strokes gained putting. So that's a big turnaround and improvement in a full field event. Yeah. So I'm pleased to see that number going into the Ryder Cup.
Yeah,
now, I didn't look too closely, but did he put a new putter in his bag? Did he put the jailbreak or okay?
Oh, he's
a Cameron guy. Yeah. Because he's under contract with Titleist, and his dad is a Titleist guy, and he has always been a Titleist guy. So yeah.
Well, and here's the thing: if he has a putter that his putting before, it's not the putter. The putter he's comfortable with, and he has that feel. It's right there. Is his putting?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the mental game, and that's what I think Stricker helped him with. Was, hey, do these things to focus on this, and like you don't need to change your putter. You don't need to do anything like that. I think that would have been a drastic change if he changed putters.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well,
no. And he fidgets with 2 different putters anyway, so
yeah.
So yeah.
He needs some Wedge FX stuff in his bag.
I mean, that is probably true too.
I got a putter coming from
you do.
Wedge
that
FX.
Was pretty sick looking.
It's also
I think
Cameron.
we should probably segue, because you're going to do an unboxing. You're going to do an unboxing for that for next week.
Yeah.
But it's unboxing time, I think. So
all right. So yeah, we're going into this. This is a very, very exclusive thing we got for our fans tonight. So we're glad you're watching, but we got a new segment for you. Now it goes along.
What's in the
What's in the
with
box?
Ryder Cup.
So I'm going to. I got a text
Put
message.
my readers
today.
back on.
No, I bold-faced and double-spaced this one, so I'm good. So I got a text message this morning from Bob. I was texting Bob from Squares, and I was texting back and forth with him. And he sent me a really cool picture. So hold on. Before we get into this, it's that state-of-the-art technology we have here, Brad.
Brad, if you want to
it's replacing odds with Dave right now.
Yeah,
it is because there's nothing to talk about odds-wise.
Brad,
So
if you need any graphic design work done, I'm willing to be paid for my
subcontract.
So back on July 9th, Sepp Straka won the John Deere Classic. And on July 9th, I texted Bob from Squares and I said, I hope you had designed the Ryder Cup shoe already because he's a lock now. Then a couple weeks later on July 23rd, Sepp finished second at the Open Championship. And I followed up that text message to Bob with another one that said, hey, how's that Ryder Cup shoe coming along? And then on September 4th, they announced that Sepp had made the Ryder Cup team. And so here we are tonight on the Tavern, and we have an exclusive look. It was emailed to me this morning, thanks to Bob, of Sepp's Ryder Cup Squares golf shoe. So here it is.
First time anywhere besides
First time
Sepp.
anywhere. In the conference room that this picture was taken in at Squares today. So
Yes.
amazing looking shoe. Really excited for
while the three of us are all we're all Team USA here, but Bob and Squares, great friends of the
Team
Tavern.
Squares and Sepp.
All props to Sepp. Yeah, we're Team Squares and Sepp on this one all the way.
Correct. So those shoes are unbelievable. But they also have some other news that we want to show today on the Tavern. So they've been on their social media, they've been putting these shoes up. It's their new women's line, the Freedom line of shoes. We wear the Squares Bold, kind of like the look of these. And the Squares women's line, the Freedom line, is their Bold line. And here they are in their Carolina blue. We do like the Carolina blue. They also come in navy and gray.
Those are pretty sweet.
Those are pretty sweet in Carolina blue. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of think they need to make a men's pair of the Bold in those because those would be pretty amazing to wear. So I want to highlight one more thing here. If you are looking at buying a pair of Square shoes, and I'm trying to figure out why you wouldn't be if you wanted to improve your game, because that's really the answer is you just buy Squares. If you go to squares.com and use the code FALDO30 at checkout, you can get $30 off your next pair of shoes, but you'll also get access to the new Faldo Fundamental Series. These are 9 never-before-seen tips from Nick Faldo himself, Sir Nick Faldo himself, and they are sure to help you improve your game. So along with the shoes to improve your game, you're going to get help from Nick Faldo to improve your game. So definitely want to go and check those out. If you're thinking about buying a new pair of shoes, we are just a couple months until Christmas. It's like 100 days until Christmas now. So can already get that Christmas order in, get a new pair of shoes. Check out also, they have a clearance section now. So for some little lower price shoes, some of their older models, you can definitely get those as well. So really excited to show those off today for Squares. I can't decide. I mean, these shoes, we'll just go back here to these right
let's
here.
Let's put those back up and talk about these.
Unbelievable.
I think I would love to see all of Team Europe in those. I doubt that's going to happen based on contracts, everything else. But, Greg and I or Steve and I are forbidden from picking Sepp going forward in any tournaments. Greg's the only one that's done well with Sepp.
He's finished in the top 10 in every tournament I've picked him in. Sorry, Sepp, I'm not picking you for the Ryder Cup.
I'm going to be honest. I am Team USA all the way. However, I will be rooting for Sepp, and because I can't wait to see those on TV. So pretty excited for them.
Yeah.
Really excited for Sepp to, one, make the team, but two, also to be able to wear those. It's going to be awesome to see those at the Ryder Cup. So,
and it's awesome for Bob and Squares. Like, this is
right.
We can't play in the Ryder Cup, but if you create something that someone gets to wear in the Ryder Cup, like, that's awesome. That's like making it yourself. And this is a great shoe. It is a great shoe. You can't get this design, which I really do want this design, Bob, just for the colorway, especially for Indiana.
Yeah.
But it is a great shoe. It's a great base. And everything that you see on the Square site is 100% accurate on what you want in a golf shoe. And they have done research over there. And this is, just look at what Steph has done when he's been wearing these shoes.
Yes. Yeah. So awesome. We do have one more unboxing tonight. Before we get to that, thanks, Rob. Thanks for that. This morning I got to the mail. I went to the mail today. I want to make sure I don't drop. I sliced this bag open. Forefathers Golf sent me this. I reached out and had a conversation with Nick from there. Really cool bag. They have their logo, Forefathers Golf. Go follow them if you're not following them on Instagram. They are a really cool site. The reason I liked their stuff right away was I saw this shirt. And this is their Forefathers shirt. This print is their golf dad logo, their golf dad's shirt. This one is their, what's this one? Beer Me, with some glasses on it. And the final one they sent me was Say Cheese, and it's got some cameras and stuff on it. So Forefathers Golf, can't wait to wear them, rock them. You'll see some pictures coming up on social media. So really cool unboxing day for us here. Hence the new logo, Brad, and thank you for calling out the new graphic again. So I hope that you guys definitely check them out. They've got some really cool stuff, so go check them out.
Well, with that, I say it's time to move on to happy hour.
It is time to move on to happy hour.
Yeah.
Well, something a little bit different tonight. We don't have a guest tonight, so we wanted to do something a little fun. We want to talk about kind of our favorite golf courses out there. So we picked some categories. We play a lot of golf. We've played a lot of golf over the years, and we wanted to talk about this. So what we did is we put 4 different categories and then a top 5 overall. So the 4 categories that we chose are, number 1, our top muni course. So this is a municipal course owned by a municipality in a town. We took our top public course, which is just a public course that anyone can go online, book, and play. We took a top resort or semi-private course. These are courses that you either have to be staying at the resort. You can kind of book as private as well at times, but for the most part, to get the best tee times, you have to be staying there, or there's some kind of restriction to being able to book them. Then the one that has all the restrictions is our favorite private course that we've played. Because, yes, we've had some incredible opportunities to play some private courses as well. And then our top 5 overall, which could be a combination of some of those, could be some that were from those lists that didn't make the top of our cuts. But we figured we wanted to open it up in the comments. You can comment what your favorite courses are in these 2, and we'll pop them up on here. So with that being said, let's get started here, and we'll start with the Muni courses.
Yep.
And I'm going to start with my Muni course. I'm using my local Muni course here in Indiana, at Brookshire. It's our municipal course here in Carmel, Indiana, and it's a phenomenal course. It's a phenomenal layout for a Muni. I wish I've played Bethpage, and that would have made my list, but I've only walked it for the U.S. Open. I haven't played it. So these are courses that we've played. Right. So that's my Muni course. So, Steve, what's your Muni course?
It's not the best design golf course. It's not the greatest condition golf course, but it's the golf course I grew up learning how to play the game on. It's Veterans Golf Club in Springfield, Mass. And the reason it is my favorite is it's the golf course that I would go and play at with my dad and my grandfather every Friday night during the summertime. We'd sneak out and play 9 holes or 12 holes, and we'd always get out and play until the sun went down. And it's where I learned how to play the game. So for me, that's the golf course that I always go back to. Is say that's my favorite Muni. Course wise, I'd probably say Grapevine Golf Club in Grapevine, Texas. Spent a lot of time out there when I lived in the year that I lived in Dallas. And it was a 27-hole facility that was a lot of fun to play. And you could go and play any combination, and you could play. It was like $40, and you could play golf all day. So it was great.
And that's the thing with a lot of these, with a lot of our picks and where we're going with here. They might not be the best design course. They might not even be the best condition course. These are courses that you have a connection to, and that's what a Muni course is. In my mind, a Muni course is a course that, like you said, you grew up playing, or it's my course that I play now here that I just really like the design of it. And I've met some great people on that course, and
I haven't played the GOAT in California yet, so that is on my list. Goat Hill Park, and once you play Goat Hill Park, from what I understand, that becomes everybody's favorite Muni. So,
isn't that the one? Is that the one that Homo wants to have the record on and he doesn't?
Yes, and it's also the one that's owned by John Ashworth.
Yes,
and Linksole is it's like the Linksole headquarters.
So. But that's
with a certain head cover brand that looks like that makes their head covers out there too. Actually.
So, Dave, what do you have for a Muni course?
For me, I'm going back to and I went back and forth on this, and I'm going back home, going back Northeast Pennsylvania, the Lehman Golf Club. It's kind of where I learned to play golf. It's Dad was a member there. It's where I learned to play off of the side hill lie, uphill and downhill. It's a 9-hole track. There were carts at one point in time. It's mostly walking. Get out there, and you used to be able to play all day for about $10.
And that's the great thing too, is you have those courses that, like, it's cheap. It gets you into the game. Sometimes it might be a long round because, like, you go to some of these courses and it's like you pay a guy. And it's like kind of a shady deal. You just pay him like $10. He shows you a golf cart, and you just go. And sometimes you don't have a golf cart, and it's just a course that you just have fun on.
Yep. So,
all right. So, public courses, Steve. You and I can just go at the same time because ours is the same, and it's already.
I'm not even gonna. Well, I'm wearing the hoodie from it, but here's the yardage book, Tobacco Road.
We're both going there from a public standpoint. This is a phenomenal course. Like,
I'm a Mike Strands fan to begin with. I think Mike Strands is probably, unfortunately, rest his soul, passed away long before his prime. Designed some of the greatest golf courses I've ever played, and Tobacco is. It's golf on steroids. It's golf on the moon. There's so many words that you can describe Tobacco with. And I'm going to describe Tobacco this way. Somebody once asked me, they had never played Tobacco. And I said that Tobacco was one of the favorite courses I've ever played. And they said, what's it like? And I said, when we're in this business and we get to see a lot of golf courses that we all do, Tobacco is the only course that I've ever played that has this amazing reputation that you hear about Tobacco, and you hear Tobacco, and it's Tobacco, and Tobacco doesn't ever disappoint you. And that's the only way you can describe Tobacco. When you get to, I feel like, and I'm going to say this, Augusta National, I feel like, because it has that reputation, wouldn't disappoint either because it's Augusta National. But there are a lot of other courses that you hear about and you go and play and this, that, and the other that one reason or another lets you down. And you're like, that wasn't that good of a golf course. Tobacco, no. Like Tobacco from the first hole to the 18th hole, there's something memorable about every hole in the golf course, and it's unbelievable.
And the design and the layout. I always say the first time you play Tobacco is, I'd put it the equivalent of the first time you let Mike Tyson punch you in the face. Because
here's the problem, though. I don't know that I would want him to hit me back. I want to go back to Tobacco.
No, it's like when you're like, hey, Mike Tyson just knocked me out, but I got paid $1 million by Don King to let him fight me. Like,
right.
That's what it's like. Tobacco, you want to go back. And that's the thing about golf. And that's the thing that I like about golf courses is I want a course to challenge me. I don't
Right.
want a course to be super easy. I do sometimes, it's just for fun, but the
Yeah.
courses that I love challenge me. They are
Yep.
not easy. They are that ones that like I'm like, yeah, that was a struggle to get through, but it was
Yep.
fun.
Yep.
And that's what tobacco is. Like it is one of those courses that you get to the first tee and it's like, oh, we're just going to start out like this. You're not going to ease me into it.
No.
Like
there's no
that's
easing into
probably
tobacco.
one of the toughest holes on the course.
I mean, 2 stinks. 3, the green on 3. If that flag's in the back, good luck. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin with tobacco because
No,
it's just so good. Like
on 3 on the par 3, if the flag's in the back, hit it to the right, let it come down the slope, and we'll ease right in.
But you can't spin it on that green either. Like it's
you gotta hit your yardage and let it roll down to the hole.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But if you hit it too far, you're in the ship back there. So
Bruce, don't bring that golf course up, please. Please don't bring that golf course. That course gives me nightmares. Hardest golf course ever. That's the hardest golf course I've ever played.
So that's what
Dave.
what's
your public? Yeah,
my it's kind of public, kind of resort, but I'm going back to the island for this one, and it's one, Steve, that you haven't even been out on with Greg and I yet. I'm going back to Arthur Hills and Palmetto Dunes.
Okay, I'll give you that as a public because it's not really on a resort itself.
Yeah,
it's not like you're staying. Palmetto Dunes is that plantation there, but it's not. I can give you that as a public course. I actually had that. I had the yardage
because there's more houses back there on that one than the resort, like staying up front at Robert Trent Jones Ocean or the Fazio. That one, hills in the back.
All I remember about playing Robert Trent Jones Ocean or Robert Trent Jones was the air conditioners in the golf cart because that was a really nice touch.
Yeah,
that was something they've always.
Wait a minute. That isn't the only thing I remember of that. I also remember sending Dave through the fence to get beer.
The beer run.
But yeah, hills in the back. Just the layout. It's so tucked in the back of the island, right there, that it's just it's kind of a hidden. It's not a hidden gem, but you don't think it's all. You keep driving and driving and driving into the back of Palmetto Dunes, and then all of a sudden, golf course.
Well, and it's one of those courses that, like, everyone, like, even Steve just said, the Robert Trent Jones, because it goes out onto the ocean on a hole, everyone wants that kind of, like, ocean, the ocean view, so it gets forgotten about, but it's a better design. All around, it's a better design than the Robert Trent Jones course.
Yeah.
The Fazio.
Next time we're on the island, let's go play it. Next time we're down there, let's go play it.
We will, because that's a great course, and I love that layout, and I haven't played it in a while. So
next time we're up there, let's go.
All right, so now we're gonna go into our resort semi-privates.
Dave, you lead this one off. Dave, go first. What do you got?
Dave, what do you got?
I got a couple flags of it right behind me here, and it's gonna be Bay Hill.
There you go. That's a good one.
That is resort and semi-private.
Yeah, that is both categories.
Yep, that's Bay Hill. What a beautiful track. We've been lucky. The three of us have been lucky enough to play out there on more than one occasion.
Yeah, multiple times.
And to say that they keep that in tournament shape pretty much most of the year would be an understatement. So it's a phenomenal course. It's a phenomenal layout. Every hole is challenging.
We got a little Palm Beach Par 3.
Nice.
I know where the Palm Beach Par 3 is. That's a good one.
Hey, Dave, how about that one? Hey, Dave, how about that one? That last one on that list.
Orange Tree.
Grand Cypress.
No, the last one.
No,
Dave.
Orange Tree.
Orange Tree. Orange Tree's a great one. That might be on our list there too.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a whole nother story for another day. I'll go next. You want to go or you want me to go?
No, I was going to say what most people don't realize about Bay Hill. It's actually 3 9-hole courses.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's what most people don't realize. But it is such a great course that, like, good choice, Dave. So, all right, Steve, you go next.
I've got a resort course, and I'm going to go with Stream Song Red.
Oh, that was in my considerations.
Not just because it has
they're making a fourth course there.
They are the chain, yes.
Yeah.
Core Crenshaw, another Core Crenshaw. So the red is Core Crenshaw, and the chain will be done by Core Crenshaw. And
the black is
Greg.
Crenshaw.
No, the black is.
I thought the black was Core Crenshaw.
No,
it's not.
It's Gil Hands.
Oh, it's Gil Hands. That's right.
Stream Song Red opens with a 470-yard par 4 uphill. Usually plays into the wind. And from there, it just kicks you in the teeth hole after. It's a great challenge of golf, but they do have one of the absolute greatest halfway house foods, and that's their chopped brisket. Pro move, and I've suggested this to other people: get it in a cup and put both sauces on it. Pro move, unbelievable. It's so good. But no, Stream Song Red is. I'll be honest, I'm not a. Florida golf courses have to wow me in order to be amazing. There's three of them. Through Stream Song wows. Like, it wows. Unbelievable.
Because here's the other thing. You said red, and blue is a phenomenal course, too. Like,
I haven't played the blue yet. Blue is next on my list. Next time we go out there, we're going to play the blue. Only because of the tacos. I want the tacos.
I almost like blue better than red. Almost.
I've seen it.
I love the tee box.
The black is great. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely it's very Gil Hands, and that's why if you've played a lot of Gil Hands golf courses, it's Gil Hands. It's a lot of his similarities in it. But
I will say, the red, that's a good choice, because that was one I was considering for this too, because it's Stream Song just as a resort it's in the middle of nowhere, Florida.
No.
And all of a sudden you come into this like amazing, it almost looks like you're driving up to a Bond villain's house when you pull up to that clubhouse.
Yeah, I mean, there's that rock that they've got Stream Song and the logo engraved on it out front, and then you've crossed over 85 railroad tracks to get there.
Yeah, you have no idea. You're like, it's almost, it's similar to the drive up. It's more intense than the drive up to Tobacco Road, like where you just kind of like you drive back in this middle of nowhere in North Carolina.
Yeah, but at least there's civilization there. There's no civilization.
It is. There's no civilization with Stream Song, which is amazing in Florida.
Oddly enough, I've never been out to Stream Song.
We'll have to. Maybe that's something we do soon here and do a podcast out there, because that is a worthy track out there, and all of them. So all right, so mine, I'm going strictly on the views as well. I'm going Kapalua, the Plantation.
I knew that
course.
was coming.
You had to know that was coming. This is one of those courses where, to be honest, the course itself, if it was anywhere else in the world, would be just a great or average resort course. But because it's on the side of a volcano, overlooking the ocean, on all but one hole are you seeing the ocean. It is such a beautiful course. It's a beautiful around it. I would never want to walk that course for the way to get around there, because it is just uphill and everywhere. And the 18th hole, like what you see during the Tournament of Champions, of just like hitting it down there, letting it roll down, going forward in two. That's exactly what it's like from there. And it is one of those where you get to play it just like the pros, and it feels like that all the time. And just a phenomenal clubhouse, like where you can sit up, have a good drink, have a good, like, the clubhouse plays into this of a great course, and especially at a resort course. Like, one of the best is the Deuce at Pinehurst for restaurants and to sit in, but Kapalua has a great one as well. And you're in Hawaii and you're in Maui, so it's unbelievable. So all right, you guys want to say the private one? You guys want to say the private one together?
Because it's the same.
Because it's all the same.
It's the same.
It is by far, I think, one of the greatest just designs of a golf course. Like, that's what I love about it, is the layout.
Yeah.
The way that it's two different nines almost.
Yep.
But it's pure golf. Like, it is golf at its finest. If you just want to be out there by yourself, have an amazing walk where you're still just playing golf and just be one with the course.
You can walk it.
Oh, it is an amazing walkable course.
Yeah.
It's Carlton River, the Dye course.
Club. Yeah, the Dye Club.
The Pete Dye course. It is just by far an amazing experience, and there's nothing to it. There's not much to it that makes you think like, oh, this is great. It is just the whole encompassing golf course.
Correct.
Can you name?
Especially
I'm going to ask
getting
you
out
this.
there in the morning and the fog rolling off of it, and
unbelievable. But here's the thing with this golf course. At most golf courses, I can name a few holes where I'm like, eh. Can you name a hole that you really think is an hole on that course?
No.
Yeah.
no.
That's why
No.
it is Pete Dye's, in my opinion, greatest creation. And Pete Dye is my favorite architect. Strands is in my top 5 and maybe number 2. But what Pete and Alice Dye did is just unbelievable there. And
Yeah,
this is saying some of the courses that they've created. This is a hidden gem.
I wish, and I'm going to say this, I wish Pete Dye, before he passed away, got a chance to design a course at Streamsong, because I think what he could have done with that property would have been absolutely incredible, with the way the layout was and the land and everything. I wish that he could have done one there.
It would have been the back 9 at Carlton, but for 18.
Yes. Yes.
That's exactly that's what he would have done at Streamsong.
Yeah.
Yep.
So all right, so let's go down our top 5. And Dave, you want to go first?
No, but I will.
I mean, I can if you want. I mean, if you're not ready,
ahead.
I'll go. Okay,
No, go ahead.
I'm going to go top 5 outside this list because Tobacco, the Red, and the Dye are all in my top 4 anyway. So I don't want to talk about courses that we've already mentioned. So I'm going to go with rounding out the other 5 that I've got. So I'm going to go number 3. So the Dye is number 1, Tobacco's 2. I'll go Old Waverly in Mossy Oak, Mississippi. It hosted the 99 Women's Open. It also hosted the 2019 Women's Amateur. And it is an absolutely incredible golf course. Start to finish, it's just a great test of golf. Mississippi State has their practice facility out there, and it is unbelievable. The next one is a Pete Dye golf course as well. It's the stadium at Sawgrass. More stories from college and playing it, that it's an unbelievable. I don't think you don't need to. It is a drink. There's no reason to go into. You don't have to describe why Sawgrass is on your any list in your top whatever. The next one, I'd go the Floridian down in South Florida, owned by Jim Crane. They're having a event there in December for a celebrity event. It's going to be there in December, and it's freaking unbelievable. The next one I'm going to go with, I'm going to be that guy. We're going to go with Wolf Creek. Another golf course that we've all seen. It's like playing golf in space. Bulldozers. You couldn't have designed this course back in the 50s or 60s, because you couldn't just do anything there to do it, to get the digging out done and everything that it fits. There's 14 signs on the golf course that say caution steep grade. And it's literally all up and down. It's unbelievable. Next one, I'll go with Seaside at Sea Island, where they play the RSM. Just between the putting course that they have there, you're at the Cloister, at the hotel. Seaside is so many great holes on it. And then honorable mention on a course that we all played together, Harbortown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, what's your top 5, considering Steve put 7 in there?
I know. My top 5, my first one, and I played this course slightly over 20 years ago. But it still ranks in there for me. It's Turtle Bay, Oahu, and North Shore.
Yeah.
Yep. Good one.
Get out there.
My top 5 is kind of, it's not necessarily about the course. It's about the experience that I get to have with my friends. One of my top 5, and I hate to say it, but one of my top 5 favorite places to play is LBV at Disney.
All right. I like
Steve
that.
hates it. I know Steve hates it. But I Lake Buena Vista, it was when I started with Disney, it was the first 18 holes I played while I was working there. And so LBV kind of holds a special place there in my heart. Yep.
Yep.
I had it ready.
There you go.
So that's a good.
I try to forget that
for this.
first.
That's a great golf course.
It's a great golf course.
It's also a bad golf course at the same time.
Yeah, I think I've played a ball off the tennis court before.
It used to be a much better golf course before they did the redesign, and so it made it super easy. But took out a bunch of bunkers and just made it you can hit it anywhere.
Number 3 is a local course here for me. I think our guys from Tag Golf Company have talked about it. Called Spirit Hollow. It's down in Burlington. Great track. They trying to get some events to be hosted there down the road. So we'll see what happens with that, whether it's a mini tour or whatever. But my second one, it's a course that no longer exists, and it's a shame. And it's Eagle Pines / Osprey Ridge.
Oh, I liked Eagle Pines. That was a fun golf course to play.
Eagle Pines was a great course.
It's still there in heart. It's still there in heart and spirit as Tranquillo now.
Well, that's Osprey.
No, that's Osprey. That's Osprey.
Yeah. Well, there's still one hole from Eagle.
No,
it's not.
No, they took it out.
Range. Yeah, they took it out.
Yeah, they took it out.
There's houses. There's houses there now.
That's right. There's houses there now. So yeah, and probably my last one is gonna be King and Bear at up there at the International at the World Golf Hall of Fame.
Golf Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
good one there.
The first time you and I played that, Dave.
Yep. And like all those courses, they all hold. It's not about the track necessarily. It's all about the experience that I've gotten to have.
Was that about our experience at Caddyshack after the round? Because that was an experience.
Those cold apples, though, that they serve that you can take at the turn at King and Bear are the best. They are so good and crisp. Oh God, unbelievable!
That's one of those unique things that like a course has, like you said, like the brisket at the red, the tacos at the blue. Like having those.
Hey, by the way, the black has lobster rolls.
Yes. This coming from a Massachusetts boy. If he's
I had two
lobster roll.
I had
and there's a whole bunch of honorable mention courses there for me, but they're all either in Hilton Head or Florida, so I tried to spread it around a little bit more.
So I mean that's the fun thing about this list and everything. It's all subjective to like what did the course like have that emotion for you. So like,
and the one I did leave off that I wanted to include is TPC John Deere.
I struggled with that too. So I'm going to use that as a segue into mine. Is I almost put that on my list as well because I think it's a great course and I think it's a good honorable mention for a top course. But like mine, obviously, Carlton River is number one. Like I said when we were talking about it before, is just walking that course is you're experiencing golf the way it was meant to be played. Where it's
where my favorite spot on that golf course is? My favorite spot, my favorite spot in the entire golf course.
Bunker on 10?
No. I mean, that is a good time, especially
when the bunker on 11.
When you're left of that even. No, the spot behind 3T going to 4 or 3 green going to 4T.
That's I think the best transition on any course from one hole to the other, and there's nothing special about it.
No,
absolutely nothing.
I could stand there. I could stand there all day, like, and just listen to the.
I feel like that's where Pete Dye, when he designs a course, the first hole is always to introduce you to the course. Like that's to get you to say, "Hey, this is what the course is going to be like. It's not meant to be too hard, but it's supposed to be." Unlike what I say with Strands. Is there you go. What courses with each of you play that you haven't played?
Ooh.
So, but with that spot that I'm talking about there that's where you're kind of like, all right, you've gone through the first 3 holes, you've been introduced to the course, and this is where now the test starts.
Yeah.
Because you have the par 4 that's an easy entry hole. You have a good par 5 that's not that tough of a par 5.
No, it's reachable. It's a good risk. It's a good risk reward. It's a narrow tee shot, a narrow second shot, small green, good risk reward, short par 5.
And then you have a par 3 that is a decent length par 3 that you can get yourself in a lot of trouble on. But it's like, hey, this is what the course is going to be like. And then you get to 4 and you're like, okay, now I got to put my big boy pants on.
Yep.
So and that's what I love about that course. My second is Crooked Stick here in Indiana.
Ooh.
It is an unbelievable track. It's the same kind of feeling. I think that Southern feeling and Southern hospitality is what puts the die course at Colleton over Crooked Stick. It just has more of that golf and natural feel. And also that's from the movie Legend of Bagger Vance too. It ties that into it.
Yeah.
But Crooked Stick has that same kind of feel of like it's a great walking course. Like it's a great course just to go out and play and take on that course for that challenge. Mm-hmm. Third, I'm going Tobacco because that's just a fun as hell course. Like right out of the bat, it is one of those courses that it is fun to play, and it is, yes, Chad, it is so pure. That is it is such a fun course. And if you haven't, Chatham Hills as an honorable mention in there. Chatham Hills up north in Westfield here, another great track, private course, also Pete Dye. Great, another great track. Number 3, like I said, Tobacco. We've talked about Tobacco. You know Tobacco. It is.
Yeah.
Number 4 on my list is number 4 at Pinehurst.
Oh God.
It is. I have had the chance to play this before the redesign.
You're putting 4 above 2. You're putting 4 above 2. No way.
2 is a great track. 2 is a historic track, but 4 is a track. Like it is a challenge. It is the thing about 2. I love 2, and I would have put 2 on this list as well, but I wanted to pick 1. I didn't want to go with Pinehurst 2 and Pinehurst 4. So I went with number 4 because also it pisses Steve off. But it is such a great track. I love walking 4. I love walking 4 with a caddy. I love walking 2 with a caddy as well. So 2 and 4 would probably be my 4 and 5 there. And then I'd probably tie Kapalua into 5 with number 2 because I think those courses are great. But I'm also going to go with an honorable mention. And this is just a fun little course. And I played this with some buddies, and one of them said this is the perfect course if you want to bet and play games on the golf course against your buddies. Number 3 at Pinehurst.
God, I was hoping you were going to say the Cradle.
Is an underrated track. No, because the Cradle, because the Cradle and Thistledew, they're in a category of their own. Like they're a putting green and a 9-hole course. Like they're in a category of their own. But number 3 it's a shorter course. It is from the tips. I have the scorecard here. Only 51-55.
Yeah.
But it is just a fun walk, a fun track. And you can just like make those bets. Like I imagine like Phil and Tiger in the first match, if they played it on this course, the crazy bets that they would have come up with on this course from different shots would be unbelievable. And it plays like 2 and 4 because it was designed around the same time as 2 and 4. Like, and that's just my honorable mention in there. And it's fun. And also to point out, like their putting green course has its own scorecard. Like,
correct.
It's a different. Yeah. It's a different beast in itself. And I feel Stream Song is trying to become the new Pinehurst.
Yes, they are.
Which I'm all for.
I'm going to go back to Rob's question. So not including Augusta National, let's go the next course that you could play on your bucket list that could get into your top 5.
Based on like hype and what I think?
Yeah.
I've never played Pebble.
Pebble's on my list.
Yeah.
I think that would be
I'm going to go with
track.
I'm going to go with, and I would agree, Pebble, something that's not going to cost you to remortgage your house in order to play it. I'm going to go Sand Valley.
Oh, I do want to play Sand Valley.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Sand Valley.
Whistling Straits.
Whistling Straits would be up there.
Yeah. Beth Page.
Yeah, as a muni.
Yeah, Beth Page.
I'm trying to think.
One that I want to play. So I'm not going to say St. Andrews, but St. Andrews, I've actually played St. Andrews, and it's unbelievable.
You walk St. Andrews.
It's yeah.
Hey Brad.
Hey
Brad, drink. That deserves a drink, Brad.
like for me, like you guys have been there. I haven't. I'd love to go to Pinehurst. You know, and play a couple tracks there.
Yeah.
I'd love to take you out on Pinehurst because I think you'd enjoy it. Actually, Tobacco is where I really want to see you play. But I will say like Old Head, which is a course out in Kinsale, Ireland. That is a course that I really want to play. I've been to it. I've had lunch in the clubhouse.
I'm still debating if I'm gonna play Wailea, why I'm out there or not.
You need to play Kapalua when you're out there.
Yeah.
Whether it's the plantation course or the other course, it's the other course is actually on the ocean.
Yeah.
But that's those courses. There's a lot of courses out there.
There's so many good courses out there that
and there's courses that I've played that we didn't even put on this list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I went down the list. I've got like True Blue, another Mike Strand's course, great one. Any of the Robert Trent Jones Trail.
Yeah.
Any Pete Dye course.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know what? No. I mean, yeah, you're probably right.
Name me a bad Pete Dye course, and we have a Muni Pete Dye course here in Indy that I hope.
I tell you what, for courses that are fun, I would put the Fort up there in Indy as well too.
I
was supposed to play that, Brad, a while back, and it just didn't work out because of the weather.
Bandon and Sheep Ranch. I want to play Sheep Ranch bad.
I want to play Bandon.
And the other course that I really want to go play is Hermitage Golf Club, only because I want to meet Chris from Chris Golf Shop. This is Chris from TikTok. That's at Hermitage Golf Club. I just want to meet Chris. That's on the list just to meet Chris.
I'm one that I like historic courses. So like I love playing at a course that has like that historic background. I have not done that yet. I've only been down to French like once. So Chad, maybe we have to make that happen. Coming up here. I think that
Oakmont would be a good one.
I haven't gotten out to play in that while.
I mean, Oakmont would be, but you have to know a member, and good luck getting on that one.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the problem with some of them is that like some courses like you have to know a member, otherwise, good luck. You're not getting out there.
Right.
And it just becomes a pipe dream at that point for most of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like going to Augusta.
Yeah, but we made that dream come true.
Yeah, yes, we just haven't played it now. Now we need to go play it. But yeah,
I know they confiscated our golf clubs when we tried to walk on.
Yeah,
I thought this ticket allowed me to play.
It's a practice round, right?
That's a baller move of all
is
time. Like props to that guy.
That made it for some reason that popped up in my Facebook feed this week, and I was like, and I just giggled.
Nice.
That's all I could do. So all right, hey, it's Rob Tincher's favorite time of the show. Here it is, ladies.
Rob, did you miss it, or did you see it? I hope you missed it. But let's give the smack of the week because this is literally a smack of the week or smack.
Yeah, and it's long. I'm going to preface this. I apologize for the length of this video. Hey, Greg.
Give the people what they want.
We are here to give the people what they want.
All right.
The dumbest graphic I've ever made.
It's pretty bad.
It's so bad.
まずは日本の市内。再び。
This is live footage from Aaron Rodgers' first game with the Jets.
ボクサーのようにガードを固め。
Jones versus the
You know, I just noticed they were all girlfriends.
なんとか抜けてゴーシングルゾーン
Man down.
市内の無限ループなんとか抜けたが立ち上がれ
So, Steve, I want to ask you this. That's basically the visual presentation or equivalent of the first time you played Tobacco Road.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Well, let's save that for when I go out there.
No, Dave, that's exactly what Tobacco Road's going to look like when you go out there.
No, it is. When you stand there and you're like, how far are those hills away?
Yeah, and you can hit a perfect drive right between those hills and get up there and be like, where the hell's my golf ball?
And where the hell's the green?
Well, yeah, you can't see the
green.
I
You
can say
pass
that
the
on a
second set of
perfectly
hills.
flat. I say that on a perfectly flat piece of land too.
Yeah, that's my point.
That's true.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. Or the line on 13 of where do you hit it?
Or
The other par 5.
or 18. I'm supposed to aim at the cliff?
Yes. Right
I'm
over the
supposed
top
to
of it.
aim at that wall?
Tobacco
Where's
Road,
the fairway?
6,700 yards from the back tees of terror. Good luck. Yeah. So, but yeah, no. So let's move on to last call because we've got a little Ryder Cup.
So we are it's getting closer to the Ryder Cup.
Yep. Let's show the shoes again.
Those shoes. Yep.
Those shoes.
Well, I do want to talk about something that came out from the
I gotta put
talking
on my
about the
Team USA hat.
the
Oh, mine's
European
upstairs.
side today. Nick Faldo came out in an interview and said that Team Europe has moved on and that they're better off without Sergio Garcia and the rest of the live players. Now, this was in a conversation in regards to the fact that Sergio attempted to pay like $1 million in fines from the DP World Tour and was going to agree to play in multiple DP World Tour events if they would let him play in the Ryder Cup team.
Here's the thing. This has nothing to do with you being on live or anything like that. Does your play make you deserve being on the Ryder Cup?
Right. No. Well,
exactly.
Okay, let's wait. Hold up. Did Justin Thomas's play this year deserve him being on the Ryder Cup team?
I plead the fifth, Your Honor.
Okay. So,
no, it didn't. But Justin Thomas doesn't bring a negative attitude and a superior. This Sergio is the same as if we put Patrick Reed on the team.
Oh, that's a good analogy. I'll
He's
go with
their
that one.
Patrick Reed.
Yeah. I'm going to read Faldo's full quote here so we can throw this around because I want to debate this on the American team as well. These guys have moved on. I think we have one of the strongest teams we've ever had. Those guys have left our tour in a different world now. They have not supported the tour. They're done. The game has moved on, and the team has moved on. The European team is fantastic. I don't think they could do anything better. They have a big backbone, and they have guys guys who have been around before. Now, they still need someone to play.
True.
And while they need someone to putt, they didn't take Ian Poulter. And that was the only thing Ian Poulter was good for in the Ryder Cup because that's the only time he ever made a putt anyway to save his life was in the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Ian Poulter is just like taking JT because Ian Poulter brings that positive energy to the Ryder Cup, I think. He brings people together. I would have been okay with Poulter.
Now, here's the at this point, after what happened at the last Ryder Cup with the European team, everybody said they had to get younger. They couldn't take these old guys. You couldn't take the Westwoods, the Garcias of the world anymore. They were past their
100%.
prime, and you had to
100%.
get younger. Here's my question. You take Ludwig Aberg, and I said Ludwig should have been on the team from the beginning. I was probably one of the first people to say you need to take Aberg because he's the future of the Ryder Cup for you guys. He is your new Sergio when they first took Sergio when he was a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
Ludwig hasn't ever played in a major.
Yeah.
I mean, the question about Lucas Glover and why they didn't take him was that he didn't play in a major. He didn't qualify for a major this year. Ludwig has never been eligible to play in a major, and you took him. And now you're going to throw him into the pressure cooker of the Ryder Cup if you're Europe.
And that's, to me, that's a BS statement on Lucas because he's won a major.
Right. And I would agree with that statement.
Come on.
Great. Go ahead, Greg. Say it. You were there. It was at backstage.
There's not a drinking game about me.
No, there is. You talk about going to the Open. Yeah. But no, I think that when I look at the U.S. squad, okay, if you look at the live players that aren't selected for this team, are we better off with or without them?
Time will tell.
Look, I think when I sent you that text earlier, today, we saw DJ's comments a couple weeks ago, couple days, whatever, that he felt he would have made the Ryder Cup if he was playing on the PGA Tour this year.
Probably.
Yes and no. There's maybe
but
four guys.
Has his play on live really really deserved him ovation? Yes, he's got one win out there.
Not this year.
But when you look at DJ's overall resume this year on the live tour with a top heavy field.
Yeah.
It's not really bottom strong when you look at the bottom of that, the bottom guys on that list. When you look at that and you say, where his DJ's play deserved him a spot. DJ being 5-0 in the last Ryder Cup, does that deserve him a spot? I mean,
performance does not equal
Bryce or Patrick should be there. I don't. Part of my problem with Bryson and Patrick is the one thing that we've done with this Ryder Cup team is we probably have the greatest, closest team that we've ever had as Americans. And it was one of our bad raps every other time we've gotten beat was that, and again, you don't have to go back very far. The room was divided between two players. It was either Tiger's side of the room or Phil's side of the room.
Yep.
You don't have to go back very far to look at that. So when you look at where we are now, and it's a bunch of guys that all get along, which is what we were saying that we needed to have happen because it's what Europe had. They had a bunch of guys that got along in the team room. And for some reason, guys like Poulter decided to show out in the Ryder Cup.
Well, that's the thing that always bugged me is that, and I said this during every Ryder Cup, is that when you look at the European team has players from multiple nations playing as one united team.
Yes.
We are one nation that isn't as united as that, and that bugged the hell out of me. And I think we
don't go down this road, and I'm just going to answer that question for you. Look at this country politically. That's what we are anyway.
No, but I get that. But golf is a uniting thing. You're all playing golf. You can unite with your differences as a team. Like when you build a team, any team in a job and anywhere, you want to put people together that can put their differences aside and say, hey, our common goal is this, and we're all here to achieve that.
Yeah. And
they tried to do that when they paired Tiger and Phil together and it didn't work.
Well, and that's my problem with like the DJs and them saying like, hey, I should be on this team because I did this or this is the past. It's not about I would make the team better. It's about I'm better. And that's the problem that I have with it. Not that you're on live.
They're too individual.
It's you're about like I deserve to be on the team because I'm great. Not because I would fit and make this team better, which you think that because you're great, But that's the difference, is that it's not about like, that's where I look at Justin Thomas, and I never thought that was a bad pick because I think he fits well with these players.
Well, and there's this, our team this year finally has some natural pairings. You have the Justin and Jordan, you have Cantley and Shoffley, you have Burns and Scheffler. You can put Ricky with just about anybody. Like if you decide you want to sit Justin, you can throw Ricky out there with Jordan. Like they're all interchangeable.
You
So
put Max Holt with Brooks.
Yeah, because again, you can put Brooks with. I'm going to be honest with you. Outside of Patrick Cantley, you can put Brooks with anybody else in that team.
Yeah.
You don't think Scotty Scheffler would want to play with Brooks Koepka? Because I can tell you right now, I'd be lining up and saying I'll play with him. Like if I was on that team.
Well, and that's, I think, the maturity you see, and even from the Netflix documentary, you saw that Brooks of the past had that like, oh, I let Scotty mentally get in my head for no reason of that.
Right.
And now he's realized, no, I need to play my game and I need to play it for my country now. And that's where I think Brooks is a good pick for this team.
Right.
Because he's gotten out of this like solo mentality, because that's what you have to take out of this.
Here's the other problem though. Okay, when Jordan went and played with Justin a few matches ago, coming off of Jordan and Patrick playing great together. And then he and Justin went and played together. And Patrick went and got mad at Jordan because he went and played with his buddy that he'd been playing golf with since he started growing up. And he got offended that Jordan didn't want to play with him anymore. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want that in the team room. I don't.
Exactly.
I don't care what you say. I want the team room to be, listen, we're here to show up and win. I don't give a crap who I play with. Tell me who I'm playing with. Tell me we're going to get, this is how we're going to play and this is what we're going to do. And get out of our way. We're here to get points. We're not here to get in a pissy mood because you don't want to play with me.
I'm going to trust my captain's choices for who's going out there and gonna win today. Correct. That's what this is about.
Yeah.
It's not about like, oh, I should be this and I should be this. Like a good captain would have this team when you're in the media and you're doing this stuff. It should be, we're doing this for our country. We're doing this for this. It should not be about, you know what? Like it could be, hey, I didn't play that great today, but you know what? My teammate picked me up. Or we were out there and we didn't play that great as a team today. Like, and I didn't help out. That should be the mentality behind this.
Yeah, it's not about, hey, I play a Titleist, they play a Callaway. We chose Callaway today. I just couldn't hit the ball the right way. That's and you don't see that coming from the European side.
No.
You don't. You did in the past. You saw the European side. Like that's what they were united behind.
They figured out how to make it happen. They figured out how to make it work.
Yeah. Like that's the thing about it. Like I look at like Michael Jordan. When he was practicing and he was out on his team, like if you watch The Last Dance, he was trying to make every player on that team better.
Including he was not trying to make himself, including punching Steve Kerr in the face.
Yeah. Well,
I had to ask that question. Yeah.
But then I look at Kobe Bryant when he was on the Redeem team. He ran over his pal Paul Gasol in a game because of the team, because of this. He was like, I'm going to show dominance and I'm going to show this so we're a team. Like, I'm on your team. He might be my teammate on the Lakers, but we're playing on Team USA right now. Like, and that's the mentality that you need in this, is that it's a team game. This is not about an individual. You have to play as an individual in on the last day, but it is a team event.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with Live. It has nothing to do with any of that. But you chose to go over to Live for selfish reasons, and that's fine.
You made your bed, go sleep in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You made your bed, go sleep in it. Stop complaining. Stop trying to figure out how you can get on this team. You've been told no. Stop complaining about it.
You know what? In 2 years, it's all going to change, and you'll have a chance then.
Yeah.
Earn your way back on.
They won't. None of those players have the talent to be back on that team. They don't.
They do if they earn their way back on and play. If they
I think Bryson can earn his way back in 2 years.
No, I'd say DJ before Bryson.
So I agree with Steve. DJ before Bryson, but I do see Bryson as a shot. But Bryson has a lot more to fix.
Yeah, Brooks.
Well, and here's the other.
Would be my 3 picks.
Here's the problem though with Bryson. Who do you pair him with on that group? Max? I mean,
I don't put him on this
Brooks
group
if he makes it.
I don't put him in this group, but I'm saying in the future, if he fixes his game to the point where it's not just overthinking and overpowering stuff.
Again, you paired him with Tiger because Tiger is really the only one that could deal with that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if Phil was on the team, you'd pair him with Phil because Phil could deal with that.
Yep. But we're past
and this
that
team.
era.
And this team, who are you putting him with?
Brooks.
The only that I'd put him with Brooks, or I'd put him with Jordan, because Jordan I think can deal with that.
Yeah, I don't think Jordan want to play with him. I mean, well, yeah, but
I
you're
don't
not
think
going to
Jordan.
split up. You're not going to split up Jordan and JT. You're going to see that they're not going to split
Exactly.
Jordan and JT up. They're not, unless one of them like breaks their leg in the Ryder Cup.
Well,
you're not going to split either of them up.
The only person I think you could put with him from who I'm calling Mr. Positivity is Ricky, because Ricky's going to have that positive attitude no matter what.
Yeah.
So,
and Ricky's going to say, "I'm here to win." So that's all he gets.
Exactly.
Yep.
So,
all
right, guys, great show. Time to wrap it up.
Fantastic show.
To Squares and Sepstraka.
Yep. You mean
Yes.
these right here? Right there?
Yeah, those
Yep.
right there.
Bob, you done good. You done
good, Bob. Yeah. Wow.
You done good.
Yeah, those are really good.
Like, I want to wear a European shoe. I'm all about Team USA, but I want to wear that European shoe. I'm not gonna lie. I want a pair of those.
You live in Indiana, home of the Pacers. They're also the Pacers colors, though.
Well, that's another reason why I want them. But
I feel like you could put those on Steph Curry's feet because they're also Golden State's colors.
That is true.
Yeah. All right, everybody, have a good week. We will
Next
see
week,
you all
we're
next
into the
week.
Ryder Cup.
Yes, getting there.
Ryder Cup preview.
And we will we'll chat with you. See ya.
Don't
Cheers,
forget to
y'all.